Hey, welcome back, you guys. My name is Brad. This is Firefighter's Financial Toolbox. I'm doing my monthly dividend portfolio update. But before we get into the numbers on my portfolio, I wanted to do a quick taking a look at the S&P 500, since that basically tracks what's going on with American stocks. So if we're looking at the 1 month, you guys, and now my last update was on March 25th, so it's exactly a month. You see that on March 25th, we were at 2475. Today we're up to 2836, so that's about not quite a 400 point increase in a month. Now there's been some ups and downs, obviously. If we look at the 1 day, today it's actually up pretty good. We're not a total high for the day, but it's up. Looking at the 5 day, we're actually down a little bit. Looks like the highest was on April 20th, and we were at about 2866, so we're down about 30 points from the high point this week. Taking a look at the year to date, this is where we really see what's going on, you guys. You saw how we went along, and at the high point here about February 19th, we were at 3386, and right now we're down about 500 points from the high, but certainly we have rebounded a little bit from where we were. I mean, we're not 30 points down. We're not 30% down anymore. All right, moving along to the next thing. Let's go ahead and get into my portfolio. All right, here we are. We're looking at my monthly dividends. And now I'm going to talk about, because I had the dividends at, my last update was on March 25th. I did get some dividends just after that finished off the month. So quickly looking at the month of April, you can see April's not a big month for dividends. However, March was my biggest month thus far. So far this month, I've got $24.69 in dividends, and that includes $1.82 from ADP. My monthly AG&C payment, that was $4.68. I got a dividend from Coca-Cola for $6.97. I got a dividend from National Fuel Gas of $4.57. I got my monthly payment from Realty Income, that was $4.70, and I also got a $1.95 dividend from Walmart. At the end of the month, though, I did also get, well, we'll take a look at those because they're not coming to me, but we'll talk about them in a second. If we look at my ETFs for the month, though, you see that the end of March, now these all came in on the 31st, you guys. This is why I didn't show them. My VYM, which is my dividend, my Vanguard High Dividend Yield ETF, I got a dividend of $34.67. Other ones in my taxable account that I got $65.14 for my Vanguard Large Cap ETF. I got $41.31 from my VEU, which is my XUS All World ETF, and I got $48.30 from my ITOT. That's my iShares Total Stock Market ETF. Looking over here, we also got my monthly $254 for VBTLX. That is the Vanguard Total Bond Market. I got $168.97 from VGSLX. That's the Vanguard REIT Index, which you guys chose not to count as part of my dividend. So these do not count for the dividend totals. VS Max, which is my Vanguard Small Cap Index Fund, that was $80.51. VTIAX, which is a Vanguard Total International Stock Market Index, I got it $229.65, and for the Vanguard Total Stock Market Index, VTSAX, we got $337.15. Now, as I said, these don't count for the dividend portfolio, but I just did want to show that those have shown up. So if we go back here, let's take a look quickly at, first we'll look at our Vanguard. We can see that this month we had quite a few transactions, actually. Just the other day, I bought 5 shares of AT&T. I did get, as I said, the Realty Income for $4.70, as well as the AG&C. Those are monthly payers. Those are both in my Vanguard Roth. Because as you know, REITs are taxed as ordinary income, so I keep those in my Roths. I also, I bought 10 total shares of AT&T. I had 2 separate purchases of 5 shares each. I showed the dividend that I got with those ETFs. I also got a dividend. This is one of the ones that I got at the end of March, you guys. A couple of them actually. On 3/31, I got a $3.60 dividend from Crown Castle International, as well as $6 from Public Storage. Those are both REITs as well, and those are in my Vanguard account. Taking a look at the Vanguard Total, you see that in my Vanguard Roth dividend stocks, I have a total of $24.3750. And in the taxable side, between my dividend stocks, which I have AT&T, Clorox, Johnson & Johnson, and Procter & Gamble, and my Vanguard High Dividend ETF, the taxable total is $12,174.57. I think I got one number too long in there. Anyway, the Vanguard dividend total is $14,612.21. Looking at my Ally account for the month. Now, Ally, I had some things. One of the things that I did this month, you guys, is I sold out of my Ford shares. As you know, Ford cut its dividend, and it has been kind of a money pit for me. Now, I'm not a big guy on buying, selling stocks. I usually buy them and hold them. But I hold that as a dividend stock, and when the dividend goes away, and it doesn't look very promising for Ford overall, I decided to sell that out. And when I did, I turned around and bought 5 additional shares of Bank of America and 5 additional shares of Coca-Cola. I did buy a total of 9 shares of Coca-Cola this month and a total of 10 shares of Bank of America. I also added 5 extra shares of Exxon to my account. As you can see, on 4/1, I got that dividend from Coke, and back on 3/27, this is another one that came in after I finished the dividend update last time. I got a dividend from Bank of America for my 10 shares that I held then. Moving on to my M1 account. Let's take a quick look at the activity in the M1 account. I didn't do a lot of buying this month, you guys. I had a pretty big tax bill on the 15th, and I was saving up some cash for that. That has been taken care of, so I'm back to my consistent weekly buying. As you see, on the 20th, I had 5 buys. I got some Archer Daniels Midland. I got some more National Fuel Gas, some shares of 3M, a little Walgreens, as well as a big purchase of Las Vegas Sands Corporation. You guys, now these are all fractional share purchases through the M1. This is on my taxable side of the M1 account. I do have a Roth dividend portfolio there as well, and we're going to talk about there in just a second. You guys, remember, it's real important to get those Roth accounts maxed out first. All right, so if we look at my totals for the M1, start off with the Roth dividend portfolio. Now, I put in this whole side. It's got a current value of $2,927.78, but you can see that this only has 3 stocks in it, you guys: Disney, JP Morgan Chase, and Visa, and they are all down big time. You can see Disney's down 32, almost 33%. JP Morgan's down 35%, and Visa, that's my winner of the 3 losers, it's down just under 12%. So I have a negative 28.33% return on that one. I will get the dividends, you guys, but you have to be appreciative to understand that sometimes these stocks do go down. And when you hold individual stocks, you have more potential for upside, but you also have more potential for downside. So let's take a look at the taxable side of the dividend portfolio there. I have 9 stocks in that account, and they have a total value currently of $3,379.01. As you can see, this one's down about $156, so only about 6.25% as compared to the Roth, which is really taking a bigger hit because it's a limited number of stocks. And you can see, for the most part, I am down on all but 2 of the things overall. You guys, that's part of investing in individual stocks. You're going to take some hits. When we had that big drop in the stock market, it's going to take time to cover. Currently, my dividend portfolio total for M1 is $6,306.79. That brings my dividend portfolio total to $28,946.16. Now, it's not as big as it's been, but it's not nearly as bad as it was last month, you guys. So it's coming back. These are the kind of things we look at and have to understand that the stock market goes up and down. And as much as we hate to see it go down, it is a natural part of the adventure. You can see currently that for the year, I've made $194.25 in dividends. Of that, $146.51 are taxable. You guys, the yellow columns represent dividends that I get in my Roth side of my portfolio. So those are not taxable at the end of the year. You understand that everything else is. When we compare my total for the year so far is already only $5 less than my total last year. So you can see that as this grows and as I get more shares, the dividend certainly increases quite a bit. Hope you guys got something out of this. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, you guys subscribe to the channel. Ring the bell. You'll get notified every time I make a video. I do a monthly dividend portfolio update. I try to do at least one video a week on finances, taxes, and retirement. And I try to cover a broad spectrum for different ventures in the financial world. Anyway, thanks for joining me. All right, goodbye.